Right. I normally
As
have
the
2
current
cats,
mermaid?
but right now I'm kitty sitting 3 more cats.
Loonies. She wants to join.
Lola.
Okay,
Aw.
but
They are
ugh,
gorgeous.
What
So,
happened to Mike? Why is Mike in the hospital?
blood pressure.
Uh,
yeah.
has he been a bad boy and not taking his meds and eating right? Oh, bad Mike. Smoking
No, he was
cigars,
living the good life.
smoking the cigars and sipping the scotch.
Yeah, living the good life. Stella, can you stop digging in my comforter?
I know. I see her in the background.
So
She's so
Mike's
cute.
She's like,
Mike's her
digging a hole.
ex-husband.
Oh, like y'all see my butt. That's what
So
she's
But
doing.
they
he's in
co-parent.
Rockford right now, and I kind of left him like prepped and ready. His car is in the parking lot. He's got his laptop in there in case he needs it. His work.
Well, if he's got his laptop, how come he's not at book club?
Well, I don't know.
I'm
I
kidding.
think he realized he needs to be a good boy
Ah,
after living
Yeah.
a good life of burritos and scotch.
I have a sweet white tonight that Sophia, your eye, I can hear it rolling already. It's called
No,
confetti pink.
right now
Confetti pink
I actually
sweet
have a
wine.
sweet red floating in here. I have our
Oh,
Trapolino, which is like a Lambrusco. So I did an agave margarita. Actually, I kind of had a friend make an agave margarita mix, and then I tried to spoon
Oh, be right
float
back.
it,
Hold on.
but I didn't chill the red wine because you're supposed to
oh,
chill it to float,
she,
and it
she made a
sank.
murderita
Murderita!
to go with our book.
Yay!
It's your book, wasn't it, Sophia?
Oh my god, yes. And I had heard a lot of things about this book
Skirp.
oh my god, and I just lend it to I'm on my second lend. I lend it to one coworker, and don't even look at my closet right over here.
No.
You're good. You're fine.
See, my room's all trashy here. Oh
But
no,
hey,
wait.
I
I've
have
got
a
it
nice
at exactly the right angle so it looks organized.
well, you can't see the dog licking her butt right now in my comfort.
Well, I'd
Oh.
rather you look at your closet, frankly.
Yeah, I know. Maybe Lola can join us. Lola is here. We recently lost Chowder. He was one
I
of my
know.
oldest
Chowder.
kitties. He was a long-haired Norwegian forest cat. He was 15 years old, but I still have Lucy. She's like Queen Elizabeth. She ain't going nowhere. She's just like, I'm gonna live all of you out. Like the parrot cat of everyone. So, but I've lent this book now to another person, my boss. I gave it to her, and she had read or heard good reviews about it. You know me, I like my psychological thrillers, so I was very excited to get that in there because it's like murder, murder, murder. After being nice all day to people, you're like murder, murder.
She works for a vineyard.
Yes, and I'm like very sweet, nice, and polite
Helping people with their wines and their tastings all day long.
all day long, and
then she gets on book club and goes, "What the hell's with this book?"
Yeah.
Listen here, I got some problems, and you're all gonna hear about it.
What's going on?
This is the best of my life.
Vanessa is actually in the chat right now.
Hello, Miss Vanessa.
She is.
Don't judge my closet.
She's on the road. That's why I said I'm gonna say, hey, no worries. Chime in, Vanessa, if you want to.
Cool.
And if you notice on the back mirror here, you see my dress I will be wearing tomorrow at work hanging on the back of the door on a hanger. At least I'm organized.
We can't see it.
And also
right here.
She has to zoom you out to see it.
Oh, zoom you out. Yeah, you're out.
So you got a Bloody Mary. Everybody's going for.
See, I came home. I literally just made it home from work, and then I was like, we got Bloody Mary stuff, and that kind of goes with the whole like murder.
No, this is just. Yeah,
I hoped mine would look pretty, but
I don't know what they're celebrating, but it's pink.
So cheers, ladies. It's actually been a while. It's been since the Lost Apothecary, right? I think.
Oh my god, I love that book.
Oh, is that the last one we did?
That's the last one we did. It was like in October.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was
I forgot all about that one.
Oh, that's good. That's Tito's vodka in there.
Ooh, I love that Tito's.
Oh, and a lot of olives with garlic stuffed in them.
Oh,
I like the flavor in there.
I like them extra spicy.
Olives. I've tried to like them over the years, but I just can't do it.
I like them more and more, but I like it really with Tito's. And then if you actually do like a pepper rim on it, it's actually really, really good.
Have you tried the rim with tangine?
Oh no, I want to. I got so you're like, how dare you, Lord? Sorry, Luna's like really trying to like get in the book club.
Luna, hi Luna.
She read the book. She heard the audiobook.
She's like, I listened to it.
Well, that must be it. Yeah, the audiobook. And I listened to the audiobook and I liked it. She got caught up in it on a page turner and stayed up till 2 a.m. flipping the pages. It was so good.
I read Verity in 2 days. I had the actual book.
I think it was 3. So book club, everybody. Vanessa who's watching.
Vanessa.
Verity by Colleen Hoover was our book club book. Chosen well
that's her
by
niece.
Sophia and chosen by everybody. So this book we shall discuss. I know that you said that you had
oh, that's got a lot of agave in that stuff.
So Mike's in the hospital and the others aren't, nobody else is coming.
Well, where is everyone? Jason was supposed to join us.
Samantha is pregos and probably sleeping, so
no excuse. She cannot do.
Yeah,
that's okay.
We have all been pregnant.
Yeah,
and don't want to go there again.
No, thank you.
Diet grape soda with vodka.
I'm
not the driver.
My factory has been shut down.
Good, Vanessa.
And I'm good. But
going down to see the girls this weekend.
Oh, look at what do you have behind your wall, Lauren? You got
this is a piano.
No, the discus on your wall. Those
I don't know. These are just
decals.
like wall decors, and this is like an arrowhead that I got in Kansas. So
I like it.
This is like my office nook and my crafting area, so I have to like jam it all in one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I won't show you the makeup table because that takes most of the room. Today you can't really notice it because I had a lot of hot flashes today, ladies. This is gonna be a hormonal day today. If you can tell, the hair's curling. It's been a long day. We're getting ready for wine club. So
yeah.
All right. So the burning question I would say is, do you think she did it or was it fake? Which is the truth?
Girl.
The book or her letter?
I got a question. Hold on.
I say the book is true.
I say a lot of different options. Well, let's start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning.
Let's take it back. Let's
take
it way back, old school. But I had questions. First of all, very unhealthy relationship.
You said that at the beginning of the stuff you like. I read the book. I have questions.
I have a lot of questions.
All right, let's go.
First of all, the book caught me and sucked me in on that first page with the spoiler alert. If you have not read the book, I'm going to talk some stuff. Stop right now because this is not a
stop right now. Pause. Read the book. Come back.
Yeah. Stop. Rewind. Back. Repeat. Erase. Because the head popping, that was awesome. This is what inspired the blood tinted margarita.
Bloody Mary.
So they had a taco margarita night. And then I thought I'd throw a little bit of cerebral blood into it. And that was, but did he plan that? Did he push the guy? That's one of my questions.
I don't know if he pushed the guy. I think it happened to be like a happy accident. Not a happy accident, but just like...
No, are you going to try to go Bob Ross on this?
Yeah. It's just a happy little accident. No, since they were going to the meeting, they kind of were going to intervene anyways. But that was really good. And I like Colleen Hoover. I'm just going to talk about the author right now. I actually just got done with her other book last night, or It Ends With Us. Oh. If you like this book and you like the style, like story within story, you're going to love that book. That one I actually read in 2 days.
I've heard that one was good, but this is her first thriller, right?
Yeah, this is a thriller. That one's not so much a thriller, but it does touch on heavy subjects. So, but the Colleen Hoover, I really liked it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like her writing style. But when you throw like, it's like classic, like that's how you set it up, like a story within a story, and then it's also clues leading into everything else. It's just like, it's gold. It's like crack to me.
I liked her writing style.
Yeah, I really do. And then just the way that she painted, or like the atmosphere of everything. It kind of felt like a really gloomy, like murder mystery like movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a gothic, like those gothic novels in the old haunted mansions.
Yeah, in my head, all the color schemes were like greens and grays and darkness, you know, and like a little bit of light here and there. But for her, I actually really like it. I'm gonna read the other ones. I already read It Ends With Us. It's really good as well. The big question for me, and I was going to listen to the audiobook, but I just didn't have time. I was going to do it at work so I can pick up clues, because it was just like, whoa, is she, oh, Jason's there. Hold on
Jason,
1 second.
Are you creeping and a peeping? Hey, Jason. I like the D&D room has grown.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit of a mess right now because I'm moving stuff around. But
now this is Jason. Oh my God! Look at all the games. Seriously.
Oh wow!
And now he has his game room Twitch channel thing going all the time. But we have a bunch of questions here, and you were saying like they had a color theme. There was a lot of themes in this book, and I noticed it. Like it was like a traditional Southern Gothic type storyline where there was beauty and death, and then there was like the whole. There was some weird stuff going on. I think
we have another person.
What do we got? Vanessa! Vanessa!
It's like cheers, everybody. Hey.
Like Norm!
I have bad reception, but I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Cool. This is my friend Jan.
Hello, friend Jan.
Hi. Hello.
What's your background? Craft stuff?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
I'm Becky.
Yeah, crafting.
Yeah.
Becky.
What, my room? Oh yeah, that's my craft room. Yeah.
Becky always has the best.
I've got a closet full of paints just like that.
Yeah.
I think you have more though.
I have a collection of ugly sweaters and black dresses. That's my collection.
My ex-husband built those shelves because my kid had a salt and pepper collection.
Oh.
So then after he left and the shelves just sat here and I was like, ooh, I can do paints, but they weren't tall enough. I like bashed out half of the shelves.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Turned it into a paint shelf.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. So
anyway.
All right. So you were saying, Lauren.
Yes.
Run with it.
What the hell was I saying?
I was talking crap.
The big question, which was like, okay, of course, at the end, because she kind of tethers you along, and then you're reading it until you realize that Verity isn't a vegetable, and then she's trying to plead her case. And I honestly think Verity did it.
Oh yeah.
To me, I think she is cuckoo and gaslighting so much that she played it up, and even her trying to salvage herself or save herself any way she can, she's still going to turn the tables. Yep. She's the author. Like, she's really good. She's a mastermind. So I don't think she was innocent. I honestly don't.
Yeah, I think she knew that Chig was up, and she did everything possible to set him up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I think the whole, like, turning point of the story and kind of, like, the concrete, like, where this is going is when she sees her at the staircase. And when she's coming down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
She's with Jeremy, and they're having a romantic moment, and she looks up, and Verity's in the staircase looking at them out of her coma. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's what made me think once the ending part does come up, which we would talk about. But I'm also thinking, if she knew and she's reading this letter and it's what's in the letter, I'm going to digress on this. I'm going to leave that for later. But girl, you made some poor life choices. Even if what's going on with the letter and what's going on with Jeremy and what Jeremy possibly did and what Verity possibly did, I'm like, that's when you say, peace out, Boy Scout. Gotta go. Yeah. Bye-bye. I mean, he somebody choked somebody to death. Somebody killed children. And you're like, oh, but we're gonna live a happy life.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And that's the kind of thing that I was like, me and Sophia are like notorious for like not liking women in books, because I was like,
why, girl? Why? Where are your friends? Where are your friends that are telling you, please don't? The guy choked a woman.
I was like, I wouldn't have stayed. I would have been like, peace, I'm going to get my check, my book check, and laters. You guys are weird. I don't care how handsome he is or whatever. No, I wouldn't have stayed.
One of the major complaints I did have was it her editor, her manager? Who was the guy that was her ex?
Oh yeah,
I think it's her.
Oh, the agent.
Yeah, her agent that she'd had a sort of a relationship with.
Where did he go?
Well, they were just friends with benefits. And then they weren't even that.
But
he was in New York. Why would he
I know, but it was like they dropped him like a hot potato once she went over to the house.
The whole story takes place over like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm kind of like thinking, oh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have people I haven't talked to in 2 months, let alone 2 weeks.
And it was like he made me tacos and margarita, and I'm in love with him. And I'm like, no, girl, it takes. Did he give you queso?
I know.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. You're like, wait a second, this story took place over like this much time.
Yeah, it was like 2 nights. That's it.
Yeah, there was so much that I'm so confused about. And like the first part, we're going to start at the beginning. She finds the book. She finds the manuscript.
Yeah.
The manuscript that is supposedly the story of Verity, who is in a coma that she is hired to finish her series for. Yeah, if you got the spoiler alert, people, it's done. But she got involved in this manuscript, and then she's reading it, and she's okay with this stuff and not saying, like, first of all, if I show up and I read this book, it says, well, I'm gonna tell you, your wife's a little crackers.
No, she wants to finish it first. She wants to finish
it. She wants to finish it.
I want to be like, come on, we're doing a reading together. You got to read. You see this? You know what's going on here? Why did you guys bring me in? I'm gonna get my car. I'm gonna go because this is accessory after the fact. This is how I see it. I don't understand why, but understand for the storyline. Yes, it's compelling. It's fun. We're gonna go forward. But like Lauren and I both say, we're sitting there yelling like if we were in the movies and we're yelling at the screen. Girl,
I'm like now.
Run away. She's crazy. He's crazy. People are dying. Children are being drowned. Things are wrong. Go home. It is not worth the paycheck. No, just go home.
If I were her, I would have read that journal in like one night. I was like, no, this is just too
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. She's like, oh, so I stopped. Like, wait, what?
I would get the highlighter out and then
I barely stopped.
I got my pen and notation. This is where she's really crazy. And then no, I wouldn't have stopped.
That was part of the cool stuff.
If I picked that up, I would not have
stopped. The compulsion of it that you had to. You couldn't wait for her to like read more of the journal.
Yeah, and I mean they use it to elongate the story itself. You know, like it's going to happen over a couple of days. One thing that I wanted to talk about that kind of irked me about this, but what Colleen did is, I'm sorry, but a 5-year-old doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
No. The 5-year-old son, I know that he got traumatized and sometimes they mature fast. Yeah. But the way that what he was doing and he was only 5, I was like, no, bro, no.
No, but it was interesting to see how like she tried to push what God, it was like her mom died of cancer. She had this limited life. She was in a depression. She wanted a way out in escapism. I understand how she pulled that into the whole Verity and Jeremy thing where she got sucked into the storyline. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I think my son's Mario Kart is really loud right now. But with the storyline going so quick as it was, it kind of sucks you in because you're like, oh girl, no, I gotta see what she's doing. I gotta see what's going on.
Hi Drake.
Hi Drake.
Oh, Drake, scooch over with the girls.
No, he did. He leaned over and waved.
Oh, there he is with Stella. He's playing Mario Kart.
I thought the Switch was supposed to be in the cradle, never.
It's not going to happen.
For like 2 hours.
He's got a powerful curl day going on, so he has to show off.
He does.
He does.
But Chicago humidity.
He's looking like Patrick.
I know he's got the curls. I love his curls. And
curls right there.
But I was just like worried about like how are they going to play this? How is this going on? Like I kept thinking, what is going on with this manuscript? Why? She found the hidden book about the story of her life that Verity's husband never knew about, that she tried to harm the babies in her womb because she didn't want to be pregnant, all this stuff. And I'm thinking, you're sitting there reading this and you're not going to go to the guy and saying, dude,
oh, but I wanted to see if she got better. No.
And it's like, I would have said, you might want to read this. Your wife wrote this about trying to kill your unborn children.
Yeah, but then in the letter she says he found it.
He did. He already
knew found it. He read it online. She
said,
but
did he?
But did he?
Well, no, because
but did he? Think about it. But did he?
Didn't he know that it existed? But he.
Well, yeah. Well, no, because of how quickly he reacted when she gave it to him. So yeah, he had read it.
Yeah, I think he read it.
Because she said it was like almost immediately that he started reacting. So.
Now, was I the only person that was like acting like took it very weird when she's like, "Can you please lock me in my room?" And I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, you're in some stranger's house. You're just trying to like grab some stuff, like notes, and you're having him lock you in the room and stuff. I get that you sleepwalk, but like,
can you please lock me in my room? No.
That's like
and he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. That's a perfectly normal thing to do with the house guest.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and install a lock in my house for my house guest so I can lock her in. She's only gonna be here for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna put a lock in.
And then
how about I get a doorstop and just put it in from the outside so you can't get out?
I think that it was kind of a twisted game. You ever watch War of the Roses?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of my favorite like dark movies where it was the two couples, toxic. They started passionate and then they were trying to kill each other throughout the whole end of the movie. And like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, this is how I saw it. It was kind of like, okay, this couple started very romantic, very passionate, and then they both had toxic sides. Because if I found out that the person, I was Jeremy, and I found out my wife was killed my child, I'd be like, hello, please. You know, I'm not gonna I'm gonna strangle her with my bare hands.
Well,
I suffer the entire life in jail.
I go to the Chris Rock thing.
No,
I don't agree with it. But I understand.
But no, we're not going to understand because it's like
I don't agree with it, but I understand.
But Lauren, did you not find it a little weird where she's like reading this book and Becky and like not saying, "Hey, dude"?
No, because she was trying to figure out what was going on. She didn't want to say anything to him just yet.
You know, I mean, if Casey Anthony showed up dead, I don't think anyone would have any questions.
But the thing is, like, you can't look at that aspect like it. You got to see it like, I see where she did it. She did it as a fun way to get the story ramps up, but it also dragged you in. You got to admit it. We were sucked.
Yeah, it was like a writing exercise, but it was a very detailed writing exercise. She finalized this writing exercise. And for me, Verity, if she really had a really nice relationship with her husband and he found this journal and really thought that she murdered her kids, I don't care if she's in a car accident and when the moment she wakes up in the hospital, instead of playing the vegetable, just be like, hey, I'm here again. Let me just tell you, this was a writing exercise. Like, trust me, trust you. Like, let's get this resolved. But then what's suspicious is that she continues to just play like the role of being ill and like, no.
Right. That's why I said if he knew all from the beginning, if he'd read it and he knew that she was faking it, why were they still playing this game for all this time?
Exactly. And why would she even trust a 5-year-old? I don't know about you, but when my kids were 5 years old, they will not hold a secret.
They'll rat on you every time.
They'll be like, they'll even tell you, I took the cookies. You know, they couldn't even lie for themselves. It's like, I took the cookies, Mom. It's like, okay. But like, it was interesting, but who thinks that she faked it and it wasn't a writing exercise?
That she
did do everything that was in that manuscript.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Like,
I do.
Yeah,
but I have one other theory.
Oh.
My other theory is that it was him, that he wrote it.
You wrote it. Somebody
That
brought
he
that up.
did drive her into that thing after killing the children, that he did drive her into the tree to kill her. And she didn't die.
But then why would she hide it?
But she's
No.
afraid of him.
Because he's going to try
So
and kill
she
her.
fakes it. When he figures it out, he knows that all she has to do is she's got her money saved up and she'll go rat him out.
Yep.
So he figures out how to get our little innocent writer to help him kill her for real. And now Verity's gone. Anyway, that was just like a weird theory.
Yeah,
I was like,
that does make sense because, like, let's see.
I can see that as the end of a Christopher Nolan film.
He was the house husband and everything, and he was raising the children, and he was very, very deeply involved with his kids, the way that it happened. And I understand it because, like, you could tell he did love his children, the way that even she wrote about it and the way he wrote about it, or they played out with the author. But I do think that she was like, there was something fishy going on. If it was him or her, there could be variances on it. But I honestly think they both were messed up in the head.
I think so too. I feel like she was very like narcissistic, and that was really her. She was just wanting to be in the relationship with him and wasn't really interested in kids or the domestic life. But at the same time, I kind of feel like he kind of groomed, I forgot what her name is, but he groomed her to kind of like go with plan.
I might go in and out because I'm on the road.
That's okay.
Okay.
No, you're good.
We're happy you're here.
Yes, we're in Port St. Lucie. We should be in Boca like in about an hour.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I can't wait to be there.
Oh, I'll be in Florida in like a week and a half.
I'm going in April.
I know.
Where are you going?
I'm mailing your box on Monday, Lauren.
Oh no, Becky, I was gonna tell you, I'm gonna be at Disney World.
Oh, when are you gonna?
We're going we're gonna fly in on the 16th, and we're gonna be there until the 20th
of March or April.
March.
Okay.
And Becky's a pass holder too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a pass
So
holder.
we got the park hopper and everything. So
yeah, message me where you are, and maybe I'll stop by and we'll just say hi, meet up for a few minutes.
Yeah, hello, get a drink at Epcot. That's like I'm really wanting to go there. So.
Oh
awesome.
my God,
that's awesome! I'm going there. In fact, Jan and I are both going there on Sunday.
Oh,
and then Jan and I are going again on Monday because Rick Springfield's the singer for the
what? Oh my God!
Yeah, for the garden concert. So.
Oh, Rick Springfield on Monday at Epcot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sunday and Monday. You'll be back from Boca, right? You'll be back at work.
I have to go on Monday.
Well, with this whole like book theory, I'm kind of torn. What is the truth? Can I take her for face value and say that like Verity wrote the confession letter saying my husband found my manuscript of a dark side writing exercise as an author and killed or tried to kill me, blah blah blah? Or should I believe that maybe she was manipulative to the end and wanted to mess with her head? So she's like, oh, you got my husband? You're gonna be with him now? Well, let me put that seed of doubt in your head and
forever. There'll be a doubt. Yeah.
Yes, and that's how I see it. I'm like, this is like a Spanish telenovela type.
It really is.
Yes, I'm just like.
Yeah. I really thought that at the end of it, I really felt like she had done it, but she saw that the jig was up, and so she's
just clawing for it.
She probably figured out that he was going to do something.
Well, that is a strong margarita. That was a bad life choice.
And then she just wrote that letter to set him up because it really looks like
that's
a setup letter.
See,
Becky,
the
whole letter is like, I was a wonderful mother. I loved my children. And this was an accident, and my husband tried to kill me. And
she tried to sound too perfect in the letter. And to me, a real mom, I threaten to send my children back to Jesus on a weekly basis.
Right?
I'm just like, don't. I will send you back to Jesus. I swear. Do not start with me today. And Drake, how many times have I said I'm going to send you back to Jesus? Yeah, see, there you go.
Today?
Like,
You're like today?
What's the record?
This week. It's a weekly thing. But it was like, it was too perfect of a written letter. I loved my children. I never had a problem. We had an ideal marriage.
Yeah, like answered all the points in the letter.
It was too
We
calculated.
noticed too, like at the beginning, it was like so graphic. Like super graphic between them and obsessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that she wrote it to put a seed of doubt saying, oh, he never is going to love you like he loved me, first of all. And second of all, I never hurt my children. I was a perfect mom. We had a horrible traumatic incident, and this is why I did this exercise. And he read it and mistook what was happening and tried to kill me. So it's like 3 negative points against the new girl versus Verity. You know, it's kind of like she kind of stacked it up saying, you're never going to achieve what we had. The perfect passionate relationship, the perfect family, children life, the horrible traumatic experience that bonded us more, and then he hurt me, so now you're stuck with this guy who choked me to death. It was kind of like, it was sneaky. I loved it. I'm giving her mad points. If that's what she did, I'm just like,
yeah. And I know that there were clues. Like, I remember she was looking through like the photo album that one night, and she was like, she noticed like there was pictures with the other twin.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot with the twin she really didn't like. So I know if I like reread it or if I actually like listened to it, I'd be like, oh, okay, and then we can have a final answer.
Yeah, because then even I think on the hallway, she wasn't in any of the pictures. Remember
when
she described the hallway, the family, and the mom wasn't in any of the pictures.
And a lot of the explanation, if you go into it on your own, it's like she did say that she was, you know, in the spectrum, and a lot of children don't like to post for pictures, so that makes sense in that way. Or they don't want to be put in that situation. They're not uncomfortable. She might not like being taken. So it's easy to say, oh, she's not in all these pictures. Let me say, I didn't like her. Blah, blah, blah. But what if she just didn't like any of her kids? What if she liked only one child? What if she had issues? What if she woke up one day and had a bad hair day and say, I'm drowning my kid? You know, it's like, no. I mean,
I've been this close.
Baptize you extra long. But
oopsie.
But it's gotten to the point where I'm like, this book had me, like, we are talking about this so much at work. I've lent the book to 2 coworkers, and I got 3 other coworkers reading it. So I've had friends reading it too. So we've all been talking.
I also have a PDF if you want to give it to anybody.
It is like
buy a book now.
You have no idea how much dog ear is going on with my little copy I got at Target on a 20% off sale. Because I just walked up to it, I'm like, oh,
mine looks as clean as the day I got it.
Well, I can't give it to you because I lend it to my girlfriend Jen at work, which is / my boss.
Right there.
And put Stella down.
No.
Neighbor fighting her.
Oh, Stella, my little baby Yoda. But this was a good book. I'm really this is the one book that had me not only disgusted for a little bit, but I had no idea how they were going to end it. I'm like, she did.
Yeah, this was like a silent patient kind of book where you're just kind of like, what? And it wraps up at the end.
But it's such you can't. It's such a scam copy that it doesn't even have a proper title. It just says Verity in her name. The title doesn't even have a picture.
But Jason, you have to read The Silent Patient to understand the reaction we're having now, because now we got trust issues. We have a lot of trust issues in this group.
That and what was it? The 13th Tale. This kind of all had like the same.
Oh yeah.
That one's a goodie. Yeah.
And do you know what I'm reading right now?
We love books with a twist. What?
Yes.
The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Oh, I heard that was a good one.
And it's
I don't know that.
Oh, it's about a Hollywood starlet from the 50s, 60s, 70s that had 7 husbands. But she decides to get this one girl that is just a starring reporter at a magazine to tell her the story of her life as a hidden lesbian in the 50s. And it is so awesome because the way that she's saying the story, and you find yourself in the 57 Cadillac driving down the street to get a ball gown for the awards, the this and that, the bad husband, the beater, the one that cheated on her, the one that she had an arrangement with to have a kid. You got to read this book because it's better than 13th Tale. But that's not a spoiler. There's so much more going on.
Yeah, a lot of people on TikTok really like that book.
Oh,
yeah.
I had
It's a novel. It's fiction.
It is fiction, and like they even like made up studio names.
Which
It's
book?
like Sunlight Studios.
Seven Husbands of, what was that?
Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And it's about this Hispanic woman who turns into this 50s starlet with the blonde hair and the beautiful body, and Hell's Kitchen, New York. You know, like, you're gonna love this story, but I'm like halfway through it. It is a 8-hour audiobook.
Wow.
It's a big one. But I'm in love with it so far. And I haven't been able to listen to it for like a week and a half because of work.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
the audiobooks. Well, I've been listening to some Dickens books.
Oh.
And they are like 35-hour audiobooks.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long are those?
Because he's kind of wordy.
A little on the verbose.
I listened to it like 1.5 or 1.6 speed, and it goes much better.
Oh,
yeah,
I started doing that.
It's kind of fun.
You what?
Oh, the speed thing. I
turned up the speed. Yeah.
The Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, right?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people didn't like that book.
I loved it until it pissed me off at the end.
It did piss everyone off, but if a book doesn't piss you off in the end, it's not a good book. Honestly, let's think about Little Women. Come on. You know, yeah. I mean, Harry Potter. Yeah. Any book that it's like, if you're sitting there and you're lighting an altar with candles to death characters, you know it's a good book. Where you get mad, like, I don't know how many times I heard my daughter at 3:00 in the morning throwing a book across the room going, no, especially Harry Potter with Dumbledore.
Oh, Dumbledore. That one, yeah.
I'm sorry, Hedwig's death scene got me real bad. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
Oh, and then like Hunger Games. The first book, she threw it across the room and screamed.
Oh, really?
And it's like, oh, it must be a good room. She's screaming, and it hit the closet door. Okay. So,
love the first book. Love the first book. Liked the second book. Hated the third book.
And see, like, I didn't read them just because, first of all, do you know how expensive it is when you have 2 children that love to read and they both read Harry Potter and you have to get the books right when they come out in hardcover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was like $60 a pop every kid.
Yeah.
And then the reservation fee at Walden Books.
I read them they had a college course for women in literature, and the professor is obsessed with Harry Potter.
Are those Star Trek plates in the back of your room?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I got them on an auction.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Look, he's got.
I don't have them up, but I have a whole raft of Gone with the Wind plates. But
nice.
Yeah, I got them through that auction site that Jenny showed us.
I don't have them. Gone with the Wind Barbies.
Yeah, I got my Gone with the Wind Barbies up there.
Love it. Ooh, those.
What was that?
Now, have your kids read that? Have they gone back and read the illustrated Harry Potter versions that they have out now?
No, but I tried to get Drake into it.
They're amazing.
A Harry Potter kid. I know.
Whoever did the artwork captured it. I'm a school librarian, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
Yeah. But those I reread
beautiful.
them once those came out, and I think they're only up to 4. I think it's the 4th one.
Are they like
I'll let you
graphic?
borrow.
Yeah, and they're
Like graphic novels.
No, it's the book, but they
have so many
illustrations.
pictures.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, I want to read it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I might
And
have
that's
to
another
look
thing.
into that.
I want to finish watching all the Harry Potter books before we go to Florida, or watch the movies at least until we go to Florida to take them to Universal.
Oh, it's
To take
amazing.
them to
Oh, yeah.
Universe.
He's just shaking his head.
He's like,
behind you.
No, I know,
It's
but
Yeah,
done
he
so
likes
well.
Harry Potter. You
I've
wanna
watched
say that, everybody?
all but the
I have
last
passes
three.
to that too.
Oh, and my favorite is the Mediterranean village. That's always my favorite.
Hi,
Hi,
Babe.
Angel. Hello, hey.
And she runs away.
She's like, yeah.
Oh, about the Harry Potter. Yeah,
Yes.
so I had a teacher who, like I said, was obsessed with Harry Potter. Like her license plates are like Hedwig or Hogwarts or something. I mean, and her office is you honestly it looks like you're walking to a professor's office in one of the books. I mean, she is just absolutely obsessed with it. So for the final paper in that class, we had to pick from a series of books, and one of them was the first Harry Potter book. I'm like, well, obviously you're going to take that because the teacher's obsessed with it, so you're going to get a good grade on it.
Oh,
But I also know how I work, and I started reading it, and I read all 7 books in 10 days.
Whoa.
no.
Dang, that's it.
While going to school and working, I didn't sleep.
You have insomnia.
Yeah, I basically didn't. I slept like 2 hours a night for 10 days because I read all the books, just boom, right through.
I do the 3 o'clock wake up until I have to get up for work, and that's when I read.
Wow.
Like,
But then I end up because
getting
the original assignment was just on like just the first book, but I ended up writing like a paper that covered all 7 books in one. That basically said Hermione was the hero of the story, not Harry Potter.
Okay, don't.
That's kind of like medical. If you that's the was it the fanfic that I read? Hermione is like the hero in that one.
Yeah, and I made a very good compelling case that she was written as the hero too.
Well, I think Hermione was like the teacher's aide in the school that's just like, all right, let me fix this. It was kind of like, no, you did it wrong. Here we go. Let's show you the right way to do it. Okay, so this book.
Wait. Here's my ringtone.
Uh-oh. Oh, it reminds me of Christmas.
Yeah.
It does. And like, oh my God, when they had, I don't know if you were old enough, Lauren, to remember this. Back when Marshall Fields was still Marshall Fields and the Sorcerer's Stone came out, they did a whole Marshall Field windows around the entire building of the Sorcerer's Stone that was animatronic with the book illustration.
Oh, I've gone to see that.
And I took Jenica because she was 5 years old at that point, 4 or 5, and she wanted to read the Harry Potter books, but she didn't know how to read quite well. So Grandma got her the audiobook and the book, and she could listen and read along with it. And that created the monsters of my childhood.
Have you listened to the audiobooks? Because they are amazing.
Now, see, I have to, just because I have to say I finished this series. To me, it's kind of like a notch in the belt. So I have to do that. Oh. And then Drake doesn't agree.
And I remember that night you wouldn't let me talk to the guy walking around with the aliens are real sign. I wanted to make a friend, and you wouldn't let me talk to him.
No, he had flashlights taped with duct tape onto.
Yeah, he had like it was like a sandwich board, but he had it over his head. So he had like this complicated rack system. So flashlights were pointing at the sign over his head. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go talk to him." And Sophia's like, "Absolutely not!
Not
I want to talk to him. He's so interesting."
I just wanted to go inside and have my Frango mint ice cream pie.
We were waiting in line to walk around the store. There was plenty of time to talk to him.
But there was ice cream pie, chocolate mint ice cream pie involved.
And it was going to be half an hour wait, no matter what I did.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to do some questions, and we're all going to vote so we can get the generalized idea of this book. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Who thinks, first of all, I'm going to do the Hispanic woman version of this. Who thinks she was a dodo bird?
I think that's being nice.
Crazy like a fox.
Yeah. And who thinks...
You're talking about Lowen, right? Not Verity.
Yes, Lowen.
Okay. Oh, Lowen.
Lowen was kind of like blinded by her emotions. Yeah. So she was like a dodo bird just sitting there.
She was naive. That's part of it. That was part of the plot.
Dodos, but okay.
Who thinks that Verity wrote the letter to mess with her head?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well,
For
she
sure.
was hoping, but she says in the letter, I hope that the husband, she's like, I hope Jeremy finds it.
Right. Yeah, I don't think she wrote it to mess with Lowen. I thought she wrote it to mess with.
I thought she wrote it to mess with Jeremy or to set Jeremy up. In case
I think
someone
she
heard
wrote
it.
it to whoever got it. It was
Yeah.
it was that just seed of doubt, like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what happened here? You
She
know?
pulled an Evita, and you
Do
know
you think
she
she
did.
wrote it before
Yeah.
she caught them hanging out on the couch or after?
After. I think she wrote it after.
She wrote it
I
after.
think
I think she
If
ran
it
up.
was after, it was for the girl. But if it was before, it's hard.
I
I
think
think she
that
went
she
up there
wrote it
and
to mess
no,
with her
because
head.
I think there was a scene where she looked at the monitor and she saw Verity at the floor doing something, and I think
Yeah.
that's when she was putting the letter in.
But
I can't
she
remember
also,
when that
no,
was.
but she also
No,
put
that's
her
when she was
pictures
putting the
in there.
knife away.
I think
And
Well, it's both. I think, but I think yeah.
she had the little boy's pictures in it. She
Mm-hmm.
had the knife. Right, she had his photos in there, didn't she? Like
Because-
drawings?
Because
Drawings.
didn't
I think
Verity
he drew. Yeah.
Well, she
Verity
was supposed
saw
to
the
kidnap
knife.
him, the boy. Remember?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
gonna take him away. From him.
Now I'm gonna have
And
to.
Verity
read
saw the knife, and when they went back up there was
I
no
see an
knife.
umbrella.
yeah, it's Hazel.
Hazel.
Why does
I
Hazel
think
have
that
her
she
umbrella?
did it to mess with Lowen.
I
Maybe.
just think it was. I think she was planning to escape,
Mhm.
and she wrote that as an alibi when she got away.
Oh.
She was planning to leave and take the kid, and then if she ever got caught,
Now,
she'd
see,
be,
I didn't
hey, go
even
get
think
that
about
note.
that. I didn't
No,
even
and
think
then
about
if she ever got caught, because she was going to basically kidnap the kid, and then he was going to
Right.
go report and say that he had killed the other children, so there'd be a manhunt for her.
Oh, messy boots.
And so then that was her
Messy boots.
alibi. If she ever got caught somewhere down the road, she had the alibi to go, hey, go look at the letter that I wrote and left in the
Ladybird,
house.
stop. Don't eat your sister's face. Stop it.
Yeah.
So
she wasn't planning on dying.
I
I
think
think
that
she was planning on dying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's trying to hightail it as much as she can.
Yeah.
my vote is that she was a manipulative woman.
Obviously,
I agree.
But
And
I
she
think she
wanted
did
to
think
mess
she
with
was going to die. I think at that point she was afraid that he might do something.
well, yeah, but she wrote the letter expecting to leave and take the
And
kid.
he was a little murder happy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He was a little like I'm gonna
Finally
talk
get
to my
the
wife.
sugar out. Yeah.
I'm gonna help you wipe the blood off your face. Here's the shirt. Let's go to a meeting. You want a bagel? I mean, it's not right.
No,
There
he
was a
stuck
lot
his
of
fingers down her throat. Like it was just creepy.
Yeah.
no.
I mean, and then she watched. I'm like,
Well, it's her idea.
That's not a good
that was
foundation
not okay.
for a
I don't care how many
relationship.
tacos and margaritas are involved in this relationship. That is not okay. That is like
Yeah.
that is.
And also doing you can't choke her to death because you'll break her
Right.
high bone.
Maybe
They
they're
would
all
have been bruising anyway.
they all
yeah, I
just-
think the three of them deserved each other. They were all crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it made me want tacos.
Oh,
Yeah.
This book said okay, so we have I always try and find the food and drink themes. So they had the margarita and the blood. So I did the but it failed because I didn't chill the red wine and it didn't float. But hey,
I thought it read like a classic Gothic mystery novel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there
that
was a
people
lot of
wrote all
symbolism.
in the 60s and 70s. They wrote tons of these where it's like a closed room mystery, like in a little house, and somebody dies and somebody did it, but you can't figure out really who.
No,
But the girl who comes in innocently as the governess or the housekeeper is
Yeah.
or in this case, like an author. I don't think Lowen was crazy to begin with.
no,
I think
I
Lois
think he's just an
got
idiot.
sucked into it.
Lowen
Yeah.
was.
no, I think she was
Well,
crazy because of her mom.
Thanks.
'Cause
Oh,
remember her mom was crazy and was mean to her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Mom
gonna go
was mean
into
to
a
her.
dark stage right now and saying that Lowen victimized herself
Mhm.
because of the stress she went through in her life. She wanted somebody to take care of her after she took care of somebody else.
Yeah.
But it's not in a way really, but kind of she wanted to stay strong, but she didn't really acknowledge the fact that she wasn't strong. You know, like a lot of us as women, we want to be like, we're independent, we're strong, blah, 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 this and that. But in the end, he knew a way how to manipulate her to get her out of that mindset. And he was not a nice person. He was a sociopath, and his wife was a sociopath. And the kid, that was a weird kid. That
Yeah.
that was a
He
creepy.
had a knife, man. He was weird. Yeah.
That was like the Shining kid in the hallway and the little son with the 2 girls and the bicycle.
Yeah, that kid was just written really poorly, I think. I think he was supposed to be just a traumatized kid. I think it was just poorly written.
Yeah, I think that was my
creepy
con about this.
But I don't think he was supposed to be creepy. I think she just doesn't know how to write children. Because like as you said, she wrote that kid like he was 10, not 5.
Yeah, exactly. She wrote him as 10, not 5.
Yeah,
and I was like,
and it's almost like she wrote him as 10 and then realized, oh wait, a 10-year-old wouldn't fall for that. Wouldn't people would believe a 10-year-old when they said that mom tried to kill the kid.
This book, I loved it because I hated it so much. I did. I loved it because, and if I hate a book, I love a book. If it makes me angry, this is a good book. I want to be ready. I want to be insulted mentally. I want to question the intelligence of the people in the book. I want to wonder, where are your friends? Usually if it's a woman involved, I'm like, girl.
Although for that one they made it pretty clear that she had been very isolated, so she took care of that before.
Yeah, she was what is it?
Introvert and a margarita, and then he choked his wife, but it's okay. We're gonna live together and we're gonna go out.
Happy
well, she did the whole wanting to get pregnant thing after they had sex.
She got pregnant on the first try.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
That's what.
But I'm with you. Going back to the beginning, I don't know that he pushed the guy in front of the bus, but I definitely think he was following her. Like, I definitely think in the beginning he was.
But think about it. What if he did push the guy under?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's messed up.
I think they were both sick.
Yeah, they were kind of that needy, corrupt, kooky pants. Not in the fun way, but in the yuck way.
Well, actually, we know for sure that he didn't push him in front because she said she saw the guy walk out distracted.
No, what if somebody said, "Oh, it's time to go. The green light's going." Mm-hmm. This is how I saw it. Like
New York, so anything can happen, I guess.
I'm in the crosswalk in Chicago, Lauren. We're in the crosswalk, and you feel somebody push, and you're not paying attention because you're looking at your phone, and you're like, "Oh, green light, go." You go. Crush walnut.
Oh no! See, I have an anxiety. A taxi almost hit Josh one time, so I don't even stand near the curb.
No, I'm always like, I'm just gonna be in the back like a little lamb in the herd.
Yeah, I'm like way back in the distance until it's time to go.
Especially like in Michigan Avenue, where people don't even listen to the crosswalk; they just like cross as they're going, and I'm just like, I gotta watch the guy like going like this, like walk,
Yeah, like it's time to walk.
It's time to walk, and I think that he kind of nudged him, like, "Hey, dude, it's time to go." And as a city person, you think it's time to go. I think that's what he did.
Well, I definitely because he did confess to saying that he read her books.
Mm-hmm.
He already knew who she was.
He sought her out.
He was fangirling.
Yeah,
fangirling a little bit, like, "Oh, I loved your personality," and she's like, "Oh."
And he probably looked into the background to see that she didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Except
he invites her to his house. Like, I don't know. It was pretty.
Yeah, you can stay as long as you want.
I'm good. I got an Airbnb down the road. It's fine.
She should just stay with her train of thought and be like, you know what? I'm going to get a bunch of boxes and then I'm going to skedads. But
just pack it up, scan it, whatever. Yeah. But I think it was a very wonderful first-time thriller book on her part because it didn't seem like it was a first-time thriller book. Because I've read
she's really good. I like her.
That are stankers.
She's at the end because I always read the like the dedications and stuff.
Yeah.
And she said, "I don't want my husband or my children to read this." They've read her other books, but not this one.
Yeah. She's on TikTok, and I do follow her channel on TikTok. She's really funny, just like a really nice lady, like blonde hair, like bubbly. Yeah. So you'll be like, "What?" But if you really like this book, like I said, I just finished the other one that she wrote. It Ends With Us. That one you're definitely gonna hate, Sophia, because this one I really liked, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool. It's going all over the place."
I've heard about that one. Is that the one that has suicide in it?
No, it's not suicide.
Am I thinking about This Is How We Die? I'm thinking about This Is How We Die or This Is How I Die.
Oh, no, This Ends With Us. It follows like domestic dispute, like the abuse kind of scenario. And yeah. So it was just like, ooh. Yeah, it was pretty heavy, but the same writing style, the same concept, like journals within the book and stuff like that. So if you like this, you'll like that.
Kind of like Insomnia from Stephen King. That
Yeah.
one I've been guessing forever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was reading at that point.
You're like, what am I?
So who is next on the book choice arena?
I think Mike is next on the roster, but I don't know if he's gonna be. How is he gonna be feeling and stuff? I can reach out to him and see.
Yeah.
Well, he has plenty of time to read if he's supposed to be taking it.
Hey, like when I'm gonna say it right now. I am vaccinated twice, boosted, ended up with COVID. Took 5 days to read 3 books. That was good. I'm like, hey, I'm off for a week. What are we reading?
Yeah.
And this is the time to read. But I did read a couple stinkers. If you guys are looking for more psychological thrillers, I have a group in Facebook I'm a part of. It's called Psychological Thrillers. Pretty much it. I mean, it's a no-brainer on the name of it. But this is where I got not just Verity, but I've gotten a couple of the other books that I recommended other than Verity. One of them stank. It was horrible. As the sister of an OBGYN, it was written by someone that was a doula, I'm guessing, and was talking bad about OBGYNs. I'm like, and I'm done. And then the other ones messed you up in the head. So, like, if you want to read the other books I listed, I'll let you know which ones they are. But you know me, I like murder. I like murder mystery. But I think we need a little twist. Who's going to be next?
Yeah, I don't like it just to be like vicious or like we used to watch Criminal Minds all the time. And actually we did watch the whole series, but every year it got like darker and darker. I don't know if anybody watched it, but every year that they would get a little more depraved, a little more stuff
now,
going on.
Coming from a person that cannot sleep without watching what?
Forensic Files.
Well, I can't say what I call it because what I call it might be offensive to other people. But can I be offensive here, Lauren? Can I say what I call it? Okay. Jason, what do I call what I sleep to? Do you remember? Well, Jenna usually knows, my daughter. Murder porn.
Oh yeah.
I like ID Channel, shows, murder, whatever. And I found a new one on Netflix. It is the second, number 2 show. And it is called like Worst Roommate Ever. Did you guys see this on Netflix?
No.
Okay. Watch it. It's only 3-4 incidents. It's like a 5 mini series, but it involves 3 people or 4 people that were roommates in a situation that ended up either killing and harming, or killing, harming, and robbing people. And it's awesome. I love it. It has
what is it? Worst
roommates. Let me see if I can find it because it has. I don't know if you guys ever heard of in Sacramento the little old lady that was the grandma room and board lady that would kill people.
I see it. She killed people.
Yes.
For sex, yeah.
Yes, and the other ones were worst roommate ever. And the one that like scared the heck out of me was a serial squatter. I didn't know this was a thing. So he would like get a ad for an apartment, and once he moved in, they couldn't get him out.
Mm-hmm. What was that?
Because the squatter laws will protect people that once you're 1 month with mail and whatever and this and that, and I'm like, oh no.
What was that movie? 9/10 of the law and stuff. They got a lot of trouble with that in Orlando.
There was a movie about that.
Well, yeah, this guy was like
the 80s or 90s.
Watch just the roommate part. It's a 2-parter for him because it was that nasty and weird. And I'm just like watching this at 3:00 in the morning going, oh, you're an idiot. You know, like when you're watching murder mysteries, you know everything. You're a professional. You should be working for the CIA at this point, you know. But
so you're gonna let Mike pick a book?
He needs to pick a book because the last one, I don't think. What did he pick last time?
He picked the one about the 6 spies for Washington.
I picked that one.
No, he said that was his choice.
I think that was Mike's, but was that really his last book he picked?
Yeah, I don't think
thought he
he's
picked
picked
Jennifer
ones.
Government. Wasn't it?
No, that was you. We
Pacific
started that with the
Heights,
first
that
one,
was
which
the
was
movie.
actually a really good book. I don't know. I thought he picked another one, but I guess not. Maybe the Six Spy Ring one was the one that he did.
That I think I recommended that one to him because it was one of those books where you're like, you don't put it down. If you're a history freak, which I am, especially pre-Civil War history, I love it. It's like, yay.
That was a good one.
It
like
was,
it.
especially the Spy Women ring.
Yeah.
There's a new one for Alexander Hamilton and Benjamin Franklin, but we don't like
Mhm.
Benjamin Franklin, so forget him.
I
Yes.
like Benjamin Franklin.
I do, but I don't.
I love
I got
Benjamin
mixed
Franklin.
feelings.
He was
Well,
ahead of
I'll
his
reach out
time, man.
to Mike to see if he wants to pick. If he does
And
not,
where's Pharrell?
who was the next one? I can't even remember. Then it will just go off of new members. Because I think Mike was the last one, and then we go if anybody's new.
Jason, you're new. Can you not make it Star Trek
Oh, no. I've got some ideas.
or Dungeons and Dragons?
Okay.
Yeah, some fantasy, the sci-fi fantasy. So yeah, I'll reach out to Mike, and if not, then I'll choose either Jan if you're going to continue coming in and joining us, which was really nice. Then
I
yeah,
Your turn. Yeah.
Big mouth.
yeah.
I tend to be a big mouth. Sorry.
Oh no,
She was here before me. I was 5
Yeah.
minutes late, so.
So
That's
then
Nori.
President, then it's Jan, and then it's Jason after that. And then I think we start all over again. Boop.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, where's
Well,
Devin? Is Devin not in it anymore? Is Devin?
you know what? She has 2 small kids. I'll reach
Yeah.
out to her. I know that Duran is always busy, so he like really tries to
Yeah.
join.
And it's early for him out
And
there.
I would like
Yeah.
to tell people, if you're part of this group and you can't be part of the video, put your comments under the video, what you thought about the book. Put
Oh,
what
yeah.
you felt about it and what your ideas were, any kind of weird stuff.
Look, I got a little comment section. So
Look
then
at the
I can, like,
duck. And
I guess I could have been doing this.
on
My
the
bad.
road to Boca Raton, Robert is driving. Hello, Robert. Having a Thai grape soda with vodka.
Yeah, anybody can join.
And that's his,
Yes,
And,
I love
and they can
Vanessa.
type it, yeah, and I just realized that I can add that into the little stream, so my bad.
But
Yeah.
I
Cool.
really would like everyone to, like, if you see this for some weird reason, you're not related to us, you didn't work with us, you are not friends with us, whatever, ask to be part of it. I've got 3 people pending at work, so you're gonna have some winos here.
They can,
Winos are crazy. The winos were kind of
yeah.
dealt with a lot of incidents.
I stream on YouTube and I stream on Facebook. We have the chat room, and then I can show the comments. So anybody, like, they don't have to be on camera. If they want to join the book club, they can read the book and like add comments to it.
If you want
while they're
to creep or beeping is okay.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Creep by. So
Creep on by. Creep,
yeah, it's more fun just to like
creep.
talk.
Here, I'll
Oh,
put
the
this-
margaritas are kicking in.
y'all.
Happy y'all!
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Mama. All right, well, I'm gonna go make myself a steak quesadilla.
All right, I'll let you guys know and keep you updated.
Sounds
See
good.
what Mike chooses. If not, then Jan, I will be reaching out. If you haven't joined the actual group page,
I
join and
Yeah,
then I
she
can.
has.
Oh, you have.
She should
Okay,
be
good.
on it.
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Am I on there?
She
Oh my
should
God,
be.
Lady.
I think so. I can find you on there, and then I'll reach out.
I
All
think-
right, guys. Well, until the next one.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Bye.